Namaskaram. Welcome to today's class where we are going to talk about Rabindranath Tagore's What is Art? I'm Dr. L.B. Padmarani Rao, Professor and Head, PG Department of English and Research Center, Yashwant Mahavidyalaya, Nanded, welcoming all of you to today's discourse. Rabindranath Tagore, who is popularly known as Gurudev, was a Bengali poet, novelist, dramatist, critic, academician, musician, and artist born in 1861. He is popularly called as the Bard of Bengal and is the author of Gitanjali, 156 or 57 poems in Bengali and are translated into English, which come around 103 poems, for which he has received the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1913. Tagore's compositions were chosen by two nations as national anthems, India's Jana Gana Mana and Amar Shonar Bangla by Bangladesh. His works also has inspired the Sri Lankan national anthem to be composed. It's very essential for us to understand Rabindranath Tagore's philosophy of life, which is completely based on the Indian Oriental philosophy, to understand what he wants to talk in the theory of art. If you look at this picture, it is about the human self. You could see that there is a superconscient on the higher level, subconscient at the lower level, and if you look at the left side of yours, it is what is called as the subliminal. And the subliminal is made up of the deeper self within, which we call as the mind or the heart. And this always is connected to the higher self, the superconscient. Whereas we look into the outer world with the help of our physical, vital, and think about it, churn about it, and speak out and act with our mind. The vital has got the lower vital, central vital, and the higher vital. And the mind has got the physical mind to absorb all the physical things, the vital mind which thinks, and the pure mind which gets connected to the deeper self and the higher self thereafter. The physical, vital, and mind are together called as the outer being, with the help of which man connects himself to the outer world. Apart from this, we also have the deeper self. With the help of the mind, we think to ourselves, we feel for ourselves, and we get connected with the higher self, and which is what is called as the subliminal. This part is what is called as the inner being. So essentially, man has got the outer being and the inner being. Apart from this, man also is made of the 5 koshas or the pancha koshas as they are called as. If you look at the pancha koshas, the very first outer kosha or the sheath is called as Annamaya kosha because it is made strong by eating food, made weak by not eating food, and it is the food that is responsible for maintaining the extremely outer layer of our body. And hence it is called as the Annamaya kosha. Typically, it is the body that we are carrying. Deeper inside, we have the second kosha, which is called as the Pranamaya kosha, which is made up of the prana. Prana, in general, in English, can be considered as air, which is supporting you to live. So, Pranamaya kosha with air. In the Indian context, it is made up of 72,000 nadis, 114 chakras, and so on, which cannot be seen definitely in any of these scannings. But this is what composes Pranamaya kosha, which gives us energy. And in the scientific terms, it is the lungs, the nose, with the help of which we take the oxygen in and give away the carbon dioxide, becomes the Pranamaya kosha. Deeper inside this sheath, we have another sheath which is called as the Manomaya kosha. Manomaya kosha is the mind with the help of which we conceive the things, because the mind is controlled by all the 5 sense organs of eyes to see, ears to listen, nose to smell, tongue to taste, and skin for feeling. With the help of this, we grasp the outer world, we process the thoughts, and the Manomaya kosha is formed of, in general, mind. We also feel the happiness as well as sadness within our heart, and so the heart and mind exactly are the Manomaya koshas. Deeper inside the Manomaya kosha, we have the 4th sheath, which is called Vijnanamaya kosha. Vijnanamaya kosha is the wisdom, the intelligence, the data, first of all, that we collect with the help of all these five senses and processed by the mind, which is converted into knowledge and saved as wisdom. So, wisdom and knowledge in general is the Vijnanamaya kosha, which is deeper inside us. The fifth kosha, which is still deeper inside the Vijnanamaya kosha, is the Anandamaya kosha. This is where exactly we go every day when we sleep. And so we sleep like a log of wood, but we derive great happiness. And just because we slept today, we are not going to sleep tomorrow. It doesn't happen like that. Every day we go to sleep, and slumber gives us happiness. The happiness that we derive after having a good sleep is that we go into the Anandamaya kosha and a happy peace, and the body repairs itself, the mind repairs itself, and comes out with a double energy to work in this world. So, these are the five koshas that the human body is made up of. In general, if you observe these koshas in particular, Annamaya kosha, which is the physical body, is constituted with DNA, cells, tissues, nerves, organs, body systems, and so on. The Pranamaya kosha is the energetic field, and the aura that we get, or the biomagnetic field across us, the nadis and the chakras, constitute the Pranamaya kosha. Manomaya kosha is called as the daily mind, which is with emotions and feelings, likes and dislikes, fears and phobias with which we are made. The Vijnanamaya kosha, deeper inside, is of wisdom and of higher mind because it has the inner conscience, inner voice, values, belief systems, and intellect. Anandamaya kosha, which is deep inside, is completely full of ananda, happiness, bliss, being with self and nature. It is with these pancha koshas that we are made up of, and accordingly, we have three types of bodies. First is called as the gross body or the Sthula Sharira. The Annamaya kosha is correspondent to the Sthula Sharira. The deeper three layers inside the Pranamaya kosha, the Manomaya kosha, and the Vijnanamaya kosha together constitute the subtle body of the individual. The subtle body is called in Sanskrit as Sukshma Sharira. So the Sukshma Sharira is made up of Pranamaya kosha, Manomaya kosha, and Vijnanamaya kosha. The Anandamaya kosha constitute the causal body or the Karana Sharira, which is deeper inside. And the actual self is present deeper inside this Anandamaya kosha. We are not all these five koshas, but the deeper inside is I. The ancient Indian knowledge also talks about the four human states of living. The very first is what is called as the waking state, where we are conscious and the gross body is active in this. Right now, all of us are in the waking state. But when we sleep, the second state is called as the dreaming state, where the unconscious mind is active, whereas the conscious mind sleeps. So the unconscious minds get active, and it's a subtle body that becomes active then. The subtle body, which is made up of the Pranamaya kosha, Manomaya kosha, Vijnanamaya kosha, or the mind in general, is active, whereas the body is sleeping. Deeper inside this state, we have another which is called as the deep sleep, where we don't dream. And here the conscious body is asleep, the unconscious subtle body, or maybe the mind also is sleeping, and the subconscious mind is active, which is associated with the causal body. So the gross body is active in the waking state, subtle body is active in the dreaming state, and causal body is active in the deep sleep state. Apart from these three, there is a phase where the causal body also is asleep, and that state is what is called as the state of consciousness, the state of absolute. Or maybe if we consider waking as the first, dreaming as the second, deep sleep state as the third, it is the fourth state. It is either called as Chaturtham, Chaturtham is equal to fourth state, or it is called as Turyam. So this Turya state or the Chaturtha state is the fourth state. That is where exactly inverted commas I is active. So I'm not the waking state, I'm not the dreaming state, I'm not the deep sleep state, but I'm the Chaturtham or maybe the inner Turyam state. And similarly, here also I'm not the Annamaya Kosha, I'm not the Pranamaya Kosha, I'm not the Manomaya Kosha, I'm not the Vijnanamaya Kosha, I'm not the Anandamaya Kosha, but whatever is there deep inside which experiences all this is I. Put in a different way, I'm not the Sula Sharira, I'm not the Sukshma Sharira, I'm not the Karana Sharira. The deeper inside is I. And here also, I'm not the waking state, I'm not the dreaming state, I'm not the deep sleep state, I am the Chaturtham state or the Turiyam state. Similarly, the ancient Indian knowledge also talks about the 7 chakras and, as we said, the 72,000 nadis that are active, which are the energy centers within our body. Let us have a small slight look at these chakras. The very first chakra going from down is the Mooladhara chakra, which is present exactly beneath the last part of your spinal cord. The chakra is red in color and is indicated by 4-leaved lotus. This is the basic trust or your existence or your living that it represents. The second chakra is called as the Swadhisthana chakra, which is 4 inches below your navel. This is also called as the sacral chakra in English and Swadhisthana chakra in Sanskrit. This is for sexuality and creativity. It is orange in color and it has got 6 petaled lotus. The next is called as a solar plexus chakra, which is exactly above your navel. This is represented by yellow colored lotus with 10 with 8 petals and is called as a Manipuraka. The Manipura chakra with 8 petaled lotus and yellow in color is representative of wisdom and power. The fourth chakra is called as the Anahata chakra, which is represented by green color and has got a green lotus with 10 petals. This is also called as the heart chakra and its representation is love and healing. The next chakra that we have is exactly in the throat, which is called as the Vishuddha chakra. Throat chakra represented by blue colored lotus with 16 petals and is the representative of communication skills of the individual. The sixth chakra is called as the Agnya chakra, which is represented by 2 petaled lotus, which is also called as the third eye chakra, which is representing the awareness, intuition. And the last or the seventh chakra is slightly above your head, which is called as the Sahasrara chakra, represented by purple flower with 1,000 petaled lotus, which is also called as the crown chakra and is representation of spirituality. Whereas these 6 chakras are within us, the Sahasrara chakra is just slightly above us. And once these 6 chakras are active, even Sahasrara becomes active and we become a Buddha. So the first chakra with the Bija mantra Lam is the root chakra, red in color, and it shows the existence of man. I am. The second chakra, which is the Swadhisthana chakra, is the sacral chakra and is represented by orange colored lotus, and it has the Bija mantra Vam, and it represents the feeling of it. I feel the sexuality and creativity part. Similarly, the third chakra, Manipuraka, is yellow in color and is also called as the solar plexus chakra, known for its wisdom and power, with a representation of Ram as the Bija mantra, and it means I do. The action, the activity indicates that. The fourth chakra, which is green in color, is called as the heart chakra or Anahata chakra and is represented by the Bija mantra Yam, and it means love. The next chakra is called as the Vishuddha chakra, and Vishuddha chakra is also called as throat chakra, represented by the blue colored flower, means communication, and so I speak. The sixth chakra is called as the third eye chakra or Agnya chakra, which is for awareness, and so I see. See not with your eyes, but see with your inner power. The see actually the things that are eternal. The seventh chakra is called as the crown chakra and is for representation of spirituality, and that's why it is called Sahasrara chakra, represented by the Bija mantra Om. And this means exactly I understand. I understand not the transient realities, but I understand the bigger picture of life, and I'm connected with the entire cosmos. So lam, vam, ram, yam, hum, are the bija mantras of these chakras, which will connect the self to the supreme self, according to the ancient Indian context. Now, there are 114 chakras apart from the 7 main chakras within our body and 72,000 nadis, which exactly can be consolidated on the left side as well as the right side of your spinal cord. The left side nadi is what is called as the Ida nadi, and the right side nadi is what is called as the Pingala nadi, and the middle nadi is what is called as the Sushumna nadi, that travels right from Mooladhara chakra till the Sahasrara chakra. And in the Mooladhara chakra, there is a cosmic energy that is curled in the form of a serpent for 3.5 curls. It is normally dormant, but you can activate it with your knowledge, with your pennies, with your meditation. And once this Mooladhara chakra is activated, the Kundalini Shakti is activated, the serpent like energy actually goes up, touching and making all the chakras active. Right from Mooladhara, it goes to Swadhisthana, then Nabhi, then Anahata, then Vishuddha, Agnya, and then it goes to Sahasrara to make you a Shiva, to make you a Buddha, to make you a Krishna, where you will be totally enlightened. The efforts of all these yogis and yoginis in the path of the Ashtanga Yoga of Patanjali through meditation is to raise the Kundalini Shakti and reach the cosmic power. Consequently, it is also said that man, as well as the entire cosmos, is made up of 3 gunas. One is what is called as the Sattva Guna, which is the golden balance, which is exactly in the Sushumna Nadi of all these chakras. The other is what is called as Tamasic, and the third is called as the Rajasic. Tamasic is for self-aversion, which is represented with dull, depressed, repressed, damaged, neglect, denied, underactive, and sleepy attitude. The Rajasic Guna is with overexcitement, manic, obsessive, addicted, greed, selfish lust, overactive, and in general, a sort of action is Rajasic, whereas Sattvic Guna is a sort of balance between the dull Tamasic Guna and overexcited Rajasic Guna. Now, these gunas are also attributed to the to the respective gods. The Sattva Guna is attributed to Lord Vishnu. The Rajasic Guna is attributed to Lord Brahman, who is responsible for creation, activity. And the Tamasic Guna is attributed to Lord Shiva. And from these, actually, it has been said that you have the Tamasic Guna deep beneath the earth, which is laziness, materiality, stale, heaviness, darkness, and inertia. The Rajasic Guna is above the earth, which will bring about a sort of action, change, energy, creativity, raw, and movement. And then we go down to the heaven in the form of the Sattvic Guna, which is with light, harmony, beingness, purity, balance. This is how, all these 3 gunas are present in each one of us. Maybe in somebody the Tamasic Guna is more, Sattva and Rajas are dormant. In some, the Rajasic Guna is more, like for kings, the Rajasic Guna is more. Like for workers, the Tamasic Guna is more. And like for saints and seers, it is the Sattvic Guna that is more. All our human life, we should be aiming at balancing the Tamasic and Rajasic, moving towards Sattvic and leading a sort of balanced and peaceful life. These 3 gunas of life, if we observe, the very first Rajasic Guna is full of action. Science point of view, it is positron. Emotions point of view, it is positive and love. Place point of view, it is life, heaven, Swargam. And poetic point of view, it is Vishnu. Religion point of view, Vaishnavism. Similarly, the Tamasic Guna, philosophy point of view, it is dullness, laziness, and sleep. Science point of view, it is represented with neutron. Emotion point of view, it is negative and anger. Place point of view, it is hell, death, or Narakam. Poetic point of view, it is Mahesh or Shiva. And religion point of view, it is Shaivism. If you look into Sattva Guna, philosophy point of view, it is Sthitapajna. balanced type of life. Science point of view, it is the electron. Emotions point of view, it is intelligence and neutral. Place point of view, it is nirvana, moksham or balance. Poetic point of view, it is Brahma, and religion is Shaktism. From these three gunas, the Pancha Mahabhutas have come up and the life began. What are the Pancha Mahabhutas? It is Akasha, Vayu, air, Akasha, space, Vayu, air, from Vayu, Agni, Agni is fire, from Agni, the Jala, Jala is water, and from Jala, Prithvi, Prithvi is earth. So Akasha, Vayu, Agni, Jala, Prithvi. These are the five Pancha Mahabhutas from which the Tanmatras have come into existence. From Akasha, the Shabda has come, and so the ear is developed. From Vayu, the Sparsha has come, so skin. From Agni, the Rupa is done. So Rupa is always eyes, with the help of which we see. From Jala, it is Rasa that has come up, and the Rasa is tasted by the tongue. From Prithvi, it is Gandha or smell or nose has come into existence. So Rupa, Rasa, Gandha, Sparsha, Shabda. Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha have come into existence because of these Pancha Mahabhutras. And from them the Tanmatras have come of Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. Accordingly, for Shabda, it is ear. For Sparsha, it is skin. For Rupa, it is eye. For Rasa, it is tongue. And for Gandha, it is nose that is developed. These Panchamahabhutas actually give rise to the Tridoshas in human beings, which has been confirmed in Ayurveda. The ether and air, ether is Akasha. Akasha and air become Vata dosha. And then your earth and water becomes Kapha. Water and fire becomes Pitta. So Vata, Pitta, Kapha are the three constitutions of the individuals or of life. If these are in balance, you are a healthy person. If these are imbalanced, you become an unhealthy person, and accordingly you require some treatment in order to balance the doshas so that you will come to your activity. Now, Vata is air plus ether, Pitta is fire plus water, Kapha is water plus earth. We can easily find out as to who is Vata dominant, Pitta dominant, or Kapha dominant by looking into the constitution of the body itself. Hope you have enjoyed doing Rabindranath Tagore's What is Art with me. His philosophy of life, his spiritualism, his understanding of what art is from the Oriental perspective is really worth appreciating. That's all from me today. See you in the next class. Bye for now. Namaskaram.